we briefly touched upon this, but I'd like to get your perspective on this a little bit more. So obviously, just Pearly Things alluded that she is against reparations, but she does fight for men's rights. However, the Black male political agenda put together by Dr. T. Hasan Johnson and other Black men in the Manosphere space advocates for Black male specific reparations in point number 13 and the Black male political agenda. Why would the Black Manosphere ally with a woman who is against Black male specific reparations when that's something that you guys advocate for?
Well, by that logic, we would be against Black people who themselves are against reparations. I told Jessica X on this issue, Professor Glenn Lowry, who's like considered like, you know, a rock star in the academic world, he's against reparations. And I interviewed him about this issue like 4 or 5 years ago. And, you know, so we're not going to do business with him too. There are Black Americans that don't like the idea of reparations. We're going to cut them off too. What this is really amounting to, aside from a witch hunt and the crucible, both of which I know you're familiar with, aside from that, this is really a kind of litmus test for purity. If you don't ideologically agree with me up and down the line, you're excommunicated. I mean, that's what it amounts to here.
Okay, so you're saying that the Black Manosphere, which advocates for Black male reparations, is still okay. Is still okay allying with somebody who is against reparations because there are other goals.
You do business with people that you don't agree with, and it happens all the time. See, in Black America, I gotta agree with you 100% in order to even consider doing business with you. How is that working out for us? How? To the pro-Black people in the audience, to the pro-Black men, how are you going to do business with somebody that you can only agree with on everything? How is that working out for you? Where's the evidence that actually works? And for the pro-Black women who are throwing in their lot with these guys, how is that working out for you? Because the last time I checked, y'all were all over there, bunched up over on Kevin Samuels' channel, the very picture of white patriarchy. You wanted the benefits. You wanted the benefits that brothers like him could get for you. Tell me I'm lying. You wanted the Eurocentric hypergamy standards that brothers like Kevin could deliver for you, ladies. You proved it by voting with your feet for damn near 3 years over there. So come on, let's cut the crap.
I don't disagree that we know Black women are largely feminists. I mean, I don't think there's any disagreement there. I just was curious, being that, you know, she came under scrutiny for her being against reparations. She mentioned that on your show, and I know since the Black Manosphere advocates for reparations, I just was curious how that alliance would work, or you know what benefit you would gain from supporting somebody who's
it would work like any other alliance. Everybody here is either working with, and then more often than not, working for somebody that you 100% 10 toes down disagree with. Most white Americans disagree with reparations.
Yeah, they do. That's true.
Okay, that's a fact.
Yeah, they do.
So you can stop with this high-handed, ham-fisted, high on your high horse ideals. When this tape goes off and you step away from your smartphone that you spend over 5 hours a day on, I might add, you're going to end up working for Mr. Charlie, who is 10 toes down against reparations, and you're going to go to work and punch the clock and do what he tell you. Okay? So stop it.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying at that point. So to be clear, the Black Manosphere, although it does believe in Black male specific reparations, it is okay allying with those who do not, if it helps them achieve larger goals.
I work with people all the time that I don't agree with. Matter of fact, let's bring it back home to the ranch, right? How many Black women really agree with the Black Manosphere on a lot of stuff? How many Black women agree with Black men, period, on a lot of stuff? The political outlook shows us that Black men and Black women are increasingly disagreeing to the point that it's starting to affect elections, local, state, and federal.
Well, this is why I'm glad we're having this conversation, because I must say, you know, my husband actually was the one that alluded to the point of, I was talking out this the last week, what I was observing, and he alluded to the fact that like a lot of the movement was more political than it was, and he said something to the extent of Black men and women are largely political enemies, at least on the online space. We see this politically; they are not necessarily on the same page, and I think this week has shown that to some extent. So, and not to get too far off track, but I thought that was an interesting point. Okay, I think let's see. Now, does allying with Just Pearly Things help support financial goals that the Black Manosphere has set for itself?
It certainly could. It has the potential for it.
Okay, and that speaks back to your previous alliance of you may not agree on certain things, but on the things that matter, as you mentioned previously, investment, financial investment, overall goal building wealth, that is where you can build an alliance.
Yeah.
Okay, that is really helpful.
We don't talk business. We talk emotions. We talk relationships. I have to like you. I have to agree with you. We don't talk business. That's fine. But the business solution to this is don't watch Pearl. Don't subscribe to Pearl. Don't consume her content. Don't do it. But Black folk love hate watching. They love it.